Recently in the internet marketing industry, there has been a lot of buzz generated by the Google term caffeine. It has generated numerous questions and concerns about the changes that will be arriving when caffeine is actually implemented. So what will happen with my SEO efforts? Will my rankings change? Ideally, what we need to concentrate on is we just need to be aware and prepared for the changes that Google has in store. And if necessary, we need to make certain adjustments to help improve our website as well as our SEO efforts. With that being said, is your website optimized for Google Caffeine? The biggest question is, okay, what is Google Caffeine? Google Caffeine is ideally the next generation of the search engine's infrastructure. It is intended to be similar to the existing search engine technology, however, faster and more accurate. This is Google's first, search engine algorithm overhaul since 2006. And one of the aspects that it's really going to be integrating is that of social media. And there's some really neat and exciting aspects to that that we'll be talking a little later on about. So right now, currently, in the current day, right after the holidays, Google has begun the implementation phase, and it's currently only in one data center. And with that, we've seen very minimal results, but positive results at the same time. Okay, so what items do we have to look out for in regards to our websites? There are certain best practices that in regards to SEO all the time that we need to focus on, but even more so now when Google Caffeine becomes implemented. The first best practice that we need to follow in regards to SEO and Google Caffeine is website content and metadata. This should be very important for every website already, but we need to focus on it a little bit more. Your content should always be relevant to your site's theme, message, product, and services. So amongst the entire website, there should always be a consistent theme to make it easier for the search engines to index. Ideally, a difficult index equals not accurate search equals not good with caffeine. So what that means is if your site cannot be indexed based on multiple different themes, multiple different messages, Google Caffeine could potentially penalize you once it becomes implemented. So one of the ways to make sure that there's a consistent theme across the board is to make sure there's relevant and properly formatted meta titles and descriptions throughout each of your pages, products, and services. You're going to want to make sure that you're consistently doing that in your SEO efforts. Another one of the best practices that we need to focus on in regards to the Google Caffeine update is site speed and making sure that your content and your text on your site is the most current and updated. So in regards to site speed, Google Caffeine is going to be focusing on making the search engine run a lot faster. So you need to make sure that your overall site and individual pages should maintain a high site speed and ideally be faster than your competition. So if your site is faster than your competition, it's going to be ranked higher than the slower sites. So Google will be pushing faster sites higher in the search results, and slower sites will find it harder to rank. So site speed is going to be a very important aspect to caffeine. Google will also be looking for updated content and give poor rankings to sites that haven't been updated in quite a while. This really hasn't changed from Google Caffeine to the way Google is currently. We always need to be updating your content, always need to make sure that it's fresh and new so the search engines don't think that you've abandoned or your website is completely out of date. The next best practice that you need to follow is in regards to quality links. Link building has always been an essential part to SEO and SEO rankings. And with the implementation of Google Caffeine, that's actually not going to change. So you want to make sure that you have quality inbound links, such as from another site or directory that is ranked higher or equal to your site. So ideally, in regards to link building, the quality of the link is more important than necessarily the quantity of the link. So however, with Google Caffeine, Google will be placing a lot more weight on links that are not only quality, but relevant to the site's subject matter and theme. So if you can find relevant blogs or relevant directories to your actual matter or theme, the Google Caffeine is going to rank and put more relevant on that inbound link than if it were just some link placed out there for just link building purposes. The final aspect is probably the most important thing that Google Caffeine is going to be bringing to the table. Google Caffeine really equals real-time search, and that is going to be involving social media a lot with it. And with that being said, it's really pushing the efforts for social media and for your company to make sure that you're having outside social media things like blogs, Twitter, Facebook, those kind of aspects. Twitter right now is one of the things that we're noticing some positive benefits currently with just the one rollout of the new infrastructure. And an example is if we go to google.com right now and Google healthcare bill, we Google healthcare bill, you'll be able to see a little bit of the Google Caffeine implementation. You have news results here, then you have a live RSS feed of Twitter postings or updated news. It could be blog postings, whatever articles that are written about it. It's real-time live search that pops everything about this particular search query up. So we have the latest results for the healthcare bill, you have your videos, and then sometimes you'll see blog postings or news results down here below as well. So this is a little glimpse into what Google Caffeine is all about. Ideally, it's real-time search. It's going to be faster. It's going to be more accurate to what the actual user is searching for. So with that being said, with the new Google feature, it is extremely important to just make sure that your social media sites and posts are just as optimized as your website. Make sure you're utilizing a lot of your same keywords, your same meta tags and things like that that you would use on your website through your social media efforts as well. You want to tie all your themes together. That is essentially all that is about Google Caffeine. Where we currently stand, we need to know that not to worry about what's going to occur. As long as you're doing the best practices for SEO currently, rankings and stuff shouldn't change on your website, but just be aware and prepared for when Caffeine is implemented altogether. So to learn more about how Bayshore Solutions can help your web results with a solid and integrated online strategy, contact us today.